Cousin on the right.
This one?
Yeah, that's my grandfather's younger brother, who's also in the photo. In the photo over there.
How did your grandfather had the idea? So what's showing in here? This was in 1938.
1938, they were just trying to get out of Europe. And my uncle, my great uncle, had some experience operating movie theaters and said, you know, let's do this, but let's do it in Los Angeles.
Which was still like the capital of movies anyway.
Well, yeah, but you know, it was just a more comfortable place than Lowell, Indiana.
And how long it took to open the second theater?
Well, they opened 2 theaters immediately. They actually grew fairly quickly to 6 locations, but then it contracted severely in the late 1940s and 50s when TV came in. And it was at that time that my grandfather, my great uncle left the business. My grandfather soldiered on and started transitioning into showing art and foreign films.
I see.
And then from that position in the early 60s, we started expanding again as a chain devoted to foreign and independent cinema. Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, we have a curator for the program, Joshua Elias, and I would contact Joshua to present work for showing. We're hoping to do shows at all of our locations throughout the circuit and work with local artists to present interesting work. This is Uncle Carl.
Oh my God! This is
fantastic. So he's definitely short and gnomish, as you see.
Oh yeah, he's short.
And then here's my grandfather in the man in the white suit.
Mm-hmm.
So he was a little more dashing, I guess. But this is at
a lot of history up
Gare
there.
du Nord. And then over here, yeah, here's Uncle Carl. Oh, he's affectionately known.
Have you spent your whole life out here in Los Angeles?
I'm born and raised.
Ah.
Born and raised. So here's Uncle Carl. Here's him celebrating his 67th birthday. We got Boris Karloff in the background. Ken Maynard.
Wow.
Big Western hero.
Wow.
And here's Uncle Carl. Yeah, so definitely the shortest man in the room.
So this is your...
He would go back to Germany to visit the family.
This would be your grandfather's...
My grandfather's uncle,
your grandfather's...
but first cousin once removed, really. It's Carl's first cousin.
That's very interesting.
Siegfried. I'm not in this one, no.
So your whole life...
Although, you know what, I recently did a video to promote our 75th anniversary, and as I was making the video, I was like looking at myself, and I kept seeing my grandfather when he was 40 in the video.
And by the way, your eyes are like his.
Yeah,
the happy eyes.
And I never saw the resemblance, and then all of a sudden I saw, oh my God, I look like my grandfather.
Easily.
You know, but my grandfather was, I mean, as far as I was concerned, my grandfather was always 70 and 80 years old, and he was, you know, the guy I took to concerts, classical concerts, because he couldn't drive anymore, and I never saw him as a young man. Well, it's a complicated California kind of story.
Oh, really?
So, I have 5 siblings, but not all Laemmles.
Okay, what about today?
What about
this new Laemmle Theater?
Yes.
You've got beautiful seats. Tickets are $11 and $8. A great deal.
A great deal.
Great deal. What kinds of movies do you show here?
We mostly show foreign and independent films, documentaries.
How does one get a documentary film here? Or independent? I mean,
well, first you have to make it and finish
do they pay you directly to get it in here, or is it from a distribution company?
Either through distribution companies, but there are ways to work directly with filmmakers to get their work seen. Sometimes it is a pay-to-play kind of situation, but we've worked with a number of filmmakers who've been quite successful in that
That
format.
may be the Laemmle philosophy.
I think the Laemmle philosophy is that art should have an opportunity to be exposed and seen, and then the public can decide whether it's worthy, not worthy, whatever.
What is your philosophy? What kind of films would you like to see?
Well, I like to see interesting, good quality films. But whether they actually will make money, or look, we operate in a we're not a non-for-profit, so we don't adapt a curatorial perspective on film programming. It's sort of more the idea that the opportunity should be there for artists to have their work seen.
Let me ask you a quick interrupt.
Sure. No
are
problem.
you doing a 501k charity
Okay. Yeah.
to show films? That's what I'm saying.
Right.
Do you do that?
No. No, we're not a 501c3. We're a for-profit company.
For-profit. Okay.
Yeah. I respect the work that 501c3s do in showing film, and obviously that presents them with an opportunity to show film that's above and beyond, what the ticket buyers will support. But we're a for-profit company. But that also allows us to not necessarily stand behind a curatorial perspective.
Stop. Great.